Hey everybody, Soundwave Productions here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series number 38 Voyager class Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. So as always, we'll take a quick look at the box. So right up front here we have Optimus Prime, a very nice image of Optimus Prime. Transformers Studio Series number 38. His name is Optimus Prime, and he's from the Bumblebee movie. Big Transformers logo on the side here. On the side box we have another image of Optimus Prime, and on this side of the box we have a close-up image of Optimus Prime. He is a Voyager. Well, this is just Voyager class in different languages. On the top of the box, Transformers Bumblebee. On the bottom, product details and a barcode. And on the back of the box, you just have some product images. Studio Series Rampage, which I have reviewed. 35 steps for transformation, and a bio. The iconic Art Deco suspension bridge spans 4,200 feet and is open to car, bike, giant converting robot, and foot traffic. I can attest that because I've actually been on the Golden Gate Bridge once. And that is basically it for the box. So, moving right along, here we have Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. So this is a Studio Series figure that I've wanted for a very long time, and I finally added him to the collection. So let's take a close look at the details in truck mode. So yeah, nice silver paint for the front grille. Nice transparent windshield. The windows aren't done in just a painted plastic. And a nice detailing in on the truck bed. Very nice. And here's the bottom of the truck, which is this is actually the cleanest vehicle mode underside that I've seen. There's rarely any kibble, which kibble doesn't bother me, but when a figure cleans up kibble, it's pretty cool. So for some comparisons, here he is with Masterpiece movie Bumblebee. I know the scale is way off here, but it's still pretty good because they were both in the same movie. Here he is with Dark of the Moon Megatron. And here he is with Sentinel Prime. So as far as features go in this mode, you can take if you have the War for Cybertron Optimus Prime, you can take the trailer and plug it in there, and so you can have Optimus Prime pulling the trailer like he did in the Bumblebee movie when we see him driving across the Golden Gate Bridge. And another feature which I haven't figured out how to do yet is apparently you are able to take the gun and store it underneath the truck, but I haven't figured out how to make that work. Yeah. So that's basically it for the truck mode. Now to transform Optimus Prime into his robot mode, the transformation works, but it's a bit fiddly in some areas, and the head pops off at times. So the transformation is doable, but it's fiddly at times. So you're going to want to take the cab rack, just untab it from the bed, from the back of the truck. There you go. And then you're going to split it. And then split the legs. Fold in the trailer hitch. There you go. Now we're going to work on these. And then you're just going to untab this, close up the gas tank, and then rotate that into position. So you're going to want to unfold the feet, spin them around, and rotate them. You're going to just want to fold the feet down like this. And then you're going to want to take the cab rack, just untab it, which should be, it's very difficult at times. There we go. So then once all that is folded out, you can just, this section will just tab it into place there. and then all of this will just come, and then there's a tab right here which will slot into place. So this back section here will just slot into a tab on the foot. So just on the back of the foot, and there we go. That is a leg all done. So you're gonna do the same thing with the other leg. There we go. This has actually been the hardest time I've had transforming the legs, because like on other times the legs would be like really simple to transform. So this is the hardest time I've had transforming the legs. There we go. So now once you have the legs all done, we're not ready for you yet. We're not ready for you yet. Okay, so now once you have your legs fully transformed, you're going to want to take the front of the truck, just pull it out and down, untie these side panels here, and fold it up, and then untie these side panels and fold them down. There we go. Take these top pieces and fold them onto the shoulders. And you can just wiggle the arms out. There you go. Come on, there you go. There you go. Okay, so now once all that is done, you're going to want to take these panels right here, fold them in. Go. And then once all that is done, you can just separate the windows. So you're just going to want to basically have the truck, basically the figure looking like this. And then you're going to want to fold out the arms, which will make this next step easier. There we go. Now for this next, and then folding out the arms is going to make this next step a whole lot. Actually, no wait. There's a couple more steps that we need to do. So first, we're going to need to fold the head down, fold this section up. Now, so folding up the arms in this position is going to make this step a whole lot easier. You're going to want to take this entire assembly right here and just rotate it around, and you're going to have to kind of move stuff to get clearance, because of clearance purposes. Go. And once all that is rotated around, you can just fold that. Just fold it down, and then you can close up. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so there we go. So just fold all that in. There we go. And then just take the front of, okay, so then these two slots right here go into these two tabs. So all that will just lock in place. This is always, oh, this is, there we go, and then you're just going to fold that down. And if the legs have come undone, you can just squeeze them back into place. There we go. So now you can fold the arms down, rotate this section, and then just fold that up, fold that in. There we go. So just bring the arm down, rotate this section around. There we go. And then the last thing you're going to want to do is just take the head, fold it up, and then just put the windows into their new slots. There we go. Just get them situated. Just get them situated to your liking. And there we go. There we have Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime in his robot mode. And he looks good. He looks very faithful to what we see on screen in the Bumblebee movie. So let's get a closer look at the head sculpt, which is a nice Bumblebee movie inspired head sculpt there. nicely done. I think this might be the most movie accurate head sculpt that I've seen for a Bumblebee movie, Optimus Prime. Yeah. Let's just get, okay, let me just zoom out so we can take a look at some of the details on the figure. Nice mechanical detailing, which is something that the Bumblebee movie was trying to go for and did really well on, is where they're trying to take inspiration, where they took inspiration from the G1 cartoon and just added a whole lot of mechanical detailing to it. So yeah, it's done. The back is pretty clean, which I don't care about back kibble, but again, when a figure is able to clean up all the kibble, it's a pretty nice feature. There we go. So as far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball joint. Can do a full 360. Can look up about that far. Can't really look up and down. As far as the rotation, as far as the shoulders go, you don't have to go. The shoulder can do a full rotation, but you do have to kind of move stuff out of the way. Yeah. Does have. Hold on, is that? It does have bicep rotation, but 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. Wrist rotation, and I guess you could use this transformation joint as articulation, but I don't know why you would. It does have a waist joints. There you go. As far as the legs go, they can move forward, that far, back, about that far. Outward movements, can do the full splits. Does have thigh rotation. Now for this bit of articulation, you're gonna have to kind of hold everything down, because he's got a little over 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and the feet can move. The feet can move, but if you don't want these panels coming undone, I wouldn't recommend doing it. So overall, this is a pretty cool looking figure. And as far as the gun goes, you can take it and just plug it in. Just plugs into his hand. There you go. So he can fight off some Decepticons. Or he can try to shoot at Ravage before Ravage attacks him. There we go. Now, I was saving this comparison for the robot mode, because I think it would be more relevant in robot mode. Here he is with the War for Cybertron Optimus Prime. And these two look good. These two look really good together. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I forgot that comparison. I'll do that later. They both have very similar techniques in the design and engineering of the figure, mainly in the thighs, where they have the Gythoids share a similar design. There you go. And then for the final comparison of the review, I'm just gonna compare him with Starscream from the Bumblebee movie. And these two look really good together. There you go. Now, when I said that the transformation works, but it can be fiddly at times, it wasn't necessarily what I meant robot mode. It was more for going back into truck mode. So let us get this over with. So you're going to want to just take the arms, fold them out so that they look like this. Open up the windows. Fold down his head. Fold this section up. Untab the front grille. Go. Then you're going to want to rotate this section around. There we go. Fold this up. Rotate this around. Fold it up. There we go. And that's how you're going to want to have all that looking. So, then you're going to want to take this entire section right here and just fold it up. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did when going into robot mode, you're going to want to take this whole section and rotate it around. And you'll know when you have it rotated you'll know when you have it rotated into position, so because the head will lock into place. There we go. So now I'm gonna try and get this I'm gonna try and get as much of this as I can on camera. This is the most fiddly part of the entire transformation, is getting the arms into their respective places. So there's a tab which will go into a slot right here on this head assembly. That'll just tab it right there. Tab these sections in right here. They will stay in place. Just be careful not to bump them, or just don't be too rough with them, otherwise they'll become undone. So basically you're just going to want to fold the arms into a position that looks like this. And then you're going to want to take this panel right here, fold it down, and then unfold all of this. You're just going to want to have the arms in a position that looks like this. Come on. This is always the fiddliest part. Okay, now you just want to take this windshield and close it up. There we go. And just tab all this in. There we go. Just tab that in. There we go. And then take this side panel right here. There we go. Come on. There's always a gap here. Okay. Okay. This is what I was talking about. The transformation, it can be very fiddly at times. I've only had like a select few of times where everything went where it was supposed to go without fighting me. Okay, so there we go. And just fold all this down. There we go. So you're just going to want to have the arms looking like this. You're just going to want to have this panel. Okay, so the thing that I found is that you're going to want to have this panel aligned with this panel, so that way everything will tab into place accordingly. Everything will just go into place if these two panels are aligned. There we go. And that is the truck. So now the hardest part of the transformation is over with. So now let's work on the legs. So for the legs, if they haven't come undone on their own already, you're just going to want to untab this section, fold it out, rotate this around, fold this out, and then all of this will just tab into place right here. This is always the hardest part. I mixed up. Okay, so this is the hardest part. This is a difficult part of the transformation, but it's not as hard as getting the cab solidified. There we go. So now, once all that is done, you're gonna want to take this section right here, fold it up. You're just gonna want to fold up that section up right there. There you go. And then you're gonna want to take the foot. You're just gonna want to make sure that it is aligned like this. There you go. You're just gonna want to make sure that this tab right here will go into this slot right here. So you're just gonna want to make sure that the foot tabs in, and then just fold out the trail. Actually, no, don't want to do that yet. So you're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Go. There we go. Come on. There we go. So now that all that is done, we can just take all this, fold it down, just tab that in. There we go. And then just get the gas tank into position. Go. Now once all that is solidified, you can take the cab rack and just peg it together. go. Well, first thing you're going to want to do before you clip everything together is you're just going to fold out the trailer hitch. Go. Now once you fold out the trailer hitch, you can just start clipping everything together. There you go. And then take the front grille and just line it all up and make sure that it just tabs in right here. There we go. And then just take all this, and then the cab rack will just peg in. We'll just tab in right into here. And then once all that is done, there is Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime back in his truck mode. So that was the Transformers Studio Series Voyager class Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, and I will see you in the next video.